Welcome one and all to the latest live stream of Big Mac Dancehall. How you doing, guys? Big Mac Dancehall here again today. There's loads of people in the chat already. It's absolutely unbelievable how you get here so promptly every week. Fantastic stuff. Before we go any further though, you may have noticed I've got a nice flashy shirt on, and that is thanks to none other than both Ribbits and Daka. Unbelievable. There was a super chat donation a couple of weeks ago, and last week I should have had this shirt really, but I stupidly forgot to place my order in time. So yes, I've now got this shirt for this stream instead. So I wore one of my old shirts. I rotated one of my old shirts last week. I've just seen something in the chat that's pretty funny. Dan looks like a character out of Grand Theft Auto. So yes, I do now. I'll just be gliding down the street, randomly glitch over somewhere, and then end up in a car. Fantastic. So let's just run through who we've got in the chat so far. Rivets and Daka first in there, as frequently is the case. A up, Essex Boys. Welcome, Essex Boys. I have read a few more pages in relation to something Essex Boys done on his channel recently. If you've not checked out Essex Boys, pop on over to his channel and check out his video on it's an orc character kit bash conversion, and it's a character from Brutal Cunning, and it's an absolutely fantastic conversion. One thing I'll say though, if you're planning to read the book, maybe don't watch that video before you read the book. Read the book first, or get the audio book, whatever, and then watch the conversion video after that, because it's an absolutely spot on conversion. It's fantastic. It's just amazing. Even if it's just for the hammer, I love the hammer that he's done. Anyway, so let's get back to the chat and who else is here tonight. We've got G the Hyper Sapien. I'll probably miss this one as it's late and about to go get some rest. No worries, mate. It's obviously, what time is it there now? It's past midnight. Anyway, I know that much. It's probably about 3 in the morning, is it there where you are? Something like that. But like the video, enjoy. Thanks so much, George. Very kind of you to pop along and like the video. Marcos Castellanos in the chat. It's amazing that his first message is not "Wah!" But that is, however, his second message, of course. His first message is "Hey, up to you, sir." Hey, bro. Hey, ho, rather. Are you calling me a ho, Alex? Seems like Alex is calling me a ho. No. So, hey, ho, says Alex. How you doing, mate? Deskull Miniatures, hi everyone, welcome mate. That is formerly Bigfoot Hobbies, remember, so if you're not already subscribed, and if you weren't subscribed to Bigfoot Hobbies before, pop along and subscribe. Check out his latest videos on reasons for changing the channel name and stuff. Marcos Castellanos, I've already said hello to him, but hello G, says Marcos to G. Yes, let's flick down the chat. We got Void Captain Bazooka. Whoosh, evening all. He pops along just after I posted into Chilling Wargamers group, I think. So it works sharing your videos, doesn't it? You get little stragglers. You mop up the stragglers. So we've got Marcos Castellanos, Big Dan Mexico. G the Hyper Sapien is talking to Gar. Evening Big Mac. Evening Void. Void. I'm just calling you Void now. Evening Void. Everybody saying hello to each other. Another fine start to another fine stream. Yeah, it's a really interesting shirt. This. I'll give you a full 360. It's a Club Cubana shirt. Well, I say I'll give you a full 360. I'll just kind of spin round. You can see the back of it and how glorious it is. Look at that. Unbelievable. Absolutely fantastic. I could lie across my desk, but you know. Hey, guess what, guys? I've got a proper desk cam now. You know. So last few weeks I've been using my phone, and it's been a bit laggy, a bit behind. I'm worried though that running 2 cameras on my computer can't handle it. So I'm wondering if the speech is out of sync with the image or anything like that. Let me know if there's anything weird going on video wise and stuff, because I might have to clear a few things off my computer, some old videos or something. I was storing my old videos on the computer, or I could just get a like another hard drive and store them on there or something, because my Google storage space is almost full now. So I need to come up with another storage solution for old videos that I want to keep anyway. Yeah, so you can see on the desk in front of you. Oh, I forgot to try and figure out how to flip the camera. So you'll notice I'm coming in from the top of the screen here. I could just mount the camera from another angle, so mount it off something here, coming in to shot from another angle. But the problem with that is I'd probably keep knocking it. So I like the way it's mounted now. I just need to find a way to flip the orientation of the camera. I don't think it's going to be a major issue. Just check something here. Oh wow. Bins have got to go out. Anything else exciting happening? Your countdown to hobby hangout has ended. Well, yes, it has, because I'm streaming live. Tell you what I might do. A little update here. Dressing orcs since the dawn of war. Since dawn of war. I was thinking what I might do is a little update saying, hi guys, just so you know. That's it, guys. As you can see, I've got a fantastic new shirt courtesy of Rivets and Daka. I'm streaming live now, so come and join me if you've not already done so. Nip on over to YouTube. There's a link in the bio of my profile. Thanks very much. Join me there. Guys, as you can see, I've got a fantastic new shirt courtesy of Rivets and Daka. I'm streaming
Double Dan.
now, so
Double Dan.
come and join me if
Amazing.
you've not already done so. Nip on over to YouTube. There's a link
Share.
in the
Unbelievable.
bio of my profile. Thanks very much.
I always say unbelievable, don't I? I think it's Chris Kamara's fault. If you don't know who Chris Kamara is, any non-football fans, football as in soccer, Marcos, you know, I have to translate for you sometimes. Yeah, so any non-football fans, Chris Kamara is a former professional footballer and he's a pundit and he's hilarious because he does things like he's not commentating, but he's following a match for Sky Sports when they have this thing called Soccer Saturday where the matches are covered by different pundits, different, you know, experts basically. And whenever they cut to Chris Kamara, he always does something funny, like not intentionally most of the time, but a lot of the time he'll just do something funny. Like there was a player sent off in a match once, and they cut to him from the studio. Jeff Stelling cut to him. He says, "Chris, there's something going on at the Dell, for example, a stadium. There's something going on at the Dell. There's a Millwall. Is it Millwall that play there? I don't know. Millwall have had a player sent off." And then all Chris Kamara said was, "Have they, Jeff? I didn't see it," because he just completely missed where the player got sent off. Anyway, you probably had to be there for that to be funny, didn't you? Let's see, we can scroll through the chat. You're all chatting away to each other. It's absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's 5:30 in the morning, says G. 5:30? How can it be 5:30? Sure it's not just gone 5? Because it's only 8 minutes past 7 here. Unless there's a half-hour time difference, which I know certain places have weird time differences like that. I think in North Korea, they did weird time differences at one point, but I don't think any time zones in the world operating, well, not many, if any, other than North Korea, operating weird time differences like that. Just going to move my keyboard out of shot, and I will 5:38. Yeah, so you've got a weird half-hour time difference there. That is strange indeed. Yeah, so get some sleep, G. Get some sleep, and next week, I tell you what, next week, set your alarm for 5:30 in the morning, go to bed earlier the night before, and then you can watch me in the morning with your breakfast, can't you? It'd be absolutely fantastic. No, not everybody like me and Rivets likes to get up that early in the morning, especially if you've not been able to get to sleep the night before anyway. Bed early, haha, says George. Nice one. Right, you'll see on screen, I've got some chains. I've ordered these off Amazon the other day. You can see the Amazon package there. I've got to remember not to flip this Amazon package over so you can see my address, because you'll probably send me all sorts of strange things in the post if you do, because I know you lot are pretty weird. But yeah, I've got some chains because possibly the Red Gobbo. If you've not seen my video from Sunday, make sure you check that out after watching this live stream. But the Red Gobbo, I am getting painted up for this Christmas. It's in a friendly competition, with me and Let's Make It Orky. And now she's painting up a Red Gobbo, I'm painting up a Red Gobbo. I asked her if she was going to do any conversions or anything like that. She was like, she was a bit coy about it basically. So I was equally coy. But I'm hoping to do a little bit of converting, involving some chain.
I'm not going to tell you too much. It might not come to fruition. I might not be able to do it in the time scale I've got. Although I do finish work on the 18th, so I could just do it solidly for the next however many days, but I want to do some other stuff in my time off work as well. Yeah, I'm hoping to use some chain. I ordered this off Amazon and it's come, and then I took it out of the thing it was in, and it was held all like in a big swirly circle kind of situation. And of course I took it out, I started messing with it, and I've got it all tangled up, so I'm trying to separate it all. I started it last night. I spent about 3 hours on it while I was watching Black Sails, and then I did it a bit more when I got home. And yeah, it's not an easy thing to untangle all this chain. I'm going to put that back there because I'm quite conscious that my brew's going to go cold. Look at how dark this brew is. Actually, that's not that dark on camera at all, really. But yeah, some people have it really milky, and it's like, ugh. But some people have it darker than that. How dark do you have your brews? I've got biscuits here as well, so you can watch me eat biscuits instead of actually doing any. Oh my word. I nearly broke my old phone even more than it's broken. You'll see this old phone featured in that video with Let's Make It Orky as well from Sunday. So yeah, like I said, if you've not checked it out already, I imagine you have. Most of you commented on it, most of the people in the chat here. But yeah, if you've not checked it out already, make sure you check it out. As a nice little fun intro, the kind of thing I used to do on a semi-regular basis. But biscuits-wise, tonight I've got ginger nuts, I've got 2 fake penguins, and I've got the original cream of the Crunch. Crunch Creams, Fox's Crunch Creams. I think I'm going to go for a Fox's Crunch Cream. Rivis and Decker put a weird message at the bottom there, but then he got redacted. I think he made a mistake in the message. It said something like T not N or something. Maybe it was tea not coffee he was supposed to put, but he sent the message before he intended to. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm dripping. Tea not my cuppa. So Rivet's saying tea not my cuppa. Fair enough. Anything in the chat I need to be reading? Hey, the artist formerly known as Bigfoot Hobbies, says Essex Boys. So, it seems everybody knows that Bigfoot Hobbies is now Death Skull Mutants. It was last week, I think, in the video when I was like, oh, I've not seen you on the channel before. I thought I'd got a new subscriber, got all excited, and then he told me no, it's just formerly Bigfoot Hobbies. I'm like, oh, flipping heck. Great. No new subscribers for me. I can't get new subscribers at the minute. I don't know what it is. Maybe people don't really come to YouTube for live streams. And I've done a lot of live streams recently, so there we go. Spoon has got to stand up in my brew. What, with all this sugar? Oh man, bad times. I used to like 2 sugars in my brew. When I first started drinking tea, when I was about 8, I probably had 3 sugars in my brew then. And then quickly, by the age of about 12, I was I was down to 2 sugars. Then I cut it down to 1. And then I just stopped having sugar after a bit. I think I probably not had sugar in my tea since I was about 14, I think. I'm not entirely sure, maybe 16. British Army put me off tea for life, says Rivets. Bad times, mate, bad times. That's not what you need, is it? All you want to do is just serve your country and, you know, do good stuff. But they just put you off tea for life. It's outrageous. Sorry, I got your hopes up, says Death Skull Mutants. Don't worry, mate, don't worry. Do you just watch me eat biscuits for an hour? Because we can do that if you prefer. I'm going to have one more biscuit and then I'm going to put them away. And I'll just drink my tea occasionally. Super sweet and dark, says Essex Boys. So, now we all know Rivets doesn't like tea. And Daka. Essex Boys likes it super sweet and dark. G saying he thinks he thinks that's how people know he's British because he has a lot of tea. Well, there we go. Milk, no sugar for G. Oh my word. Why is it my nose always starts itching on stream? Because it feels like I've got a nose hair there that I just need to pull out. But I'm not going to do it on camera. Earthox Minis, welcome to the chat. Earthox likes milk tea with Boba. Boba Fett. What's up, all? Hey there, John, says G. Whew, I'm just reading everybody's chat at the minute that comes up at the bottom. Hey up, John Bro, says Rivets. Because I'm just trying to finish my tea and then I can crack on with try to untangle some chain. Not the most. What I might do is push that to one side and actually start clipping the miniature off sprue. It's a little more exciting then. Mandalorian tea, says G. Right, we'll put that to one side. I'll try and get one more little bit untangled. These sculpting tools are handy for untangling chain, I've found so far. Maybe I'm just tangling it up more, though. 6 sugars and a splash of milk for Deathskull mutants. No wonder you're a mutant, mate. All that sugar, definitely going to change you in some way, isn't it? That is sweet, 6 sugars. Although, having said that, I can have coffee in Starbucks, like a caramel macchiato or something like that. And that's got like, as standard in Starbucks, that's got 4 pumps of syrup and like a caramel sauce on top as well. So that's probably equally as sweet. Those kind of coffee drinks, I think they've got like something like 10 times the amount of sugar as is in a bottle of Coke or something. From what there was an article not too long ago in the British press about it, and it was like, oh my god, it's outrageous this. No wonder we're all fat. It's all the coffee company's fault. That's what they were getting at. But equally though, I can drink coffee without sugar. And I normally do. Because I normally just have like when I make my own coffees, I normally have an Americano black. No milk or sugar. Ooh, remember when I used to do coffee tasting videos? I should be doing... Oh, that's what I need to do. One of my patrons, ages ago, one of my patrons recommended a coffee for me to try for a coffee tasting video. I do them on my Patreon, but I've not done them for ages. But yeah, so one of my patrons recommended a coffee for me to try. And I meant to order some, but I didn't have an Amazon account at the time, so I was going to get someone else to order me some. But at the minute, I've got an Amazon trial period, so I can order some of that for myself, and then I can do that, get that coffee tasting vid up near Christmas, perhaps. Oh, that's annoying. I had it right in the perfect place, Sam. Coffee, 1 small sugar, splash of milk, says Rivets. Hong Kong milk tea, Taiwan bubble tea. Oh, like Bobby, yeah, right, okay. I get you. I've never had bubble tea. I don't think it's going to be for me. I don't tend to like cold, hot drinks, if you get me. So like American iced tea and stuff like that, I'm like, no. Yeah, I wouldn't say like I don't like it because I've never had it. But I've never had the urge to try it. That's part of the thinking. Well, I say part of the thinking, part of the my reasoning that Big D says Underdog Painting. Welcome, mate. Welcome to the chat. Taiwan bubble tea? What the? Says Essex Boys. Haven't you seen bubble tea, Clint? God, get with the times, man. What's up with you? Yeah, there's loads of bubble tea concessions popping up in various shopping areas around the UK. I say popping up. I mean, they were when I was working in my last job in retail more than 5 years ago now. they were popping up then, 6 years ago probably. So good, says Earthox. Yeah, I've still never had one. I've got no great urge to try one because doesn't really, the sound of it doesn't appeal to me. So that's that really. You know, that's about as exciting as this conversation's getting. Oh, you know when you're pulling something and then you realise you're pulling it the wrong way? I've just done that. And the danger with chain is when it's that long, you get it tangled up in different areas. So I've got another tangle now. You can't really see that, but yeah, I've got another tangle, so I'm going to have to untangle that before I try and pull it back the other way. It's very exciting watching me untangle chain, isn't it? What I might do is just wrap it around my neck and just see myself off. And then you won't have to watch that ever again. The bubbles are just strange, says G. Yeah, they're just like weird little. I'm sure he said earlier actually. Hong Kong milk tea, Taiwan bubble tea. What's that? What are they called? The bubbles. What are they made of? Can't remember. But yeah, I remember. I don't remember. Well, yeah, I remember actually. But not too long ago, you started seeing stories of people who were drinking too much bubble tea and consuming the bubbles, and the bubbles just sort of bunged up the system, so they had to have surgery to have them removed and stuff. And then there was like loads of scaremongering stories, the dangers of drinking bubble tea. There's no real danger as long as you're not a numpty about it. Probably. I mean, I'm no doctor. I'm no healthcare professional. But I imagine as long as you're not a numpty about it, you'll be alright. I think I freaked G out. I've seen Underdog Painting. Bazza has been working on a lot of orcs recently. I've seen his knobs, and let me tell you, they're big. I don't know why, but I just got the urge to go quiet and see what happened. Absolutely nothing happened. He has an OnlyFans, yeah, exactly. Bugnob Bazza. Bugnob Bazza, is it? Well, I was going to say Big Knob Bazza, but yeah, Bugnob Bazza it is now, apparently. It must look really weird then. They're made from potato starch and or jelly. Interesting. Is everyone hobbying whilst watching? I think everyone's doing more hobby than me. I'm just tying myself up in chain here. Getting ready for Bazza to come round and show me his bug knob. Oh, I'm going to have to ditch this, I think. It's going to just take me too long to untangle that. Right, I'm going to get some proper hobby done instead of try to do that. Try to untangle that. What I'm going to do is move that to one. I'll move that to the floor somewhere. Hopefully it won't get any more tangled than it is. Oh, there. I'll put it on top of them biscuits so I don't go back to them biscuits. Perfect. Right. This is the Red Gobbo. I'm not going to do too much converting on the miniature itself, but I want to make it part of like a bigger miniature. A bigger unit in the game, so it's something I'll be more likely to use than the Red Gobbo stat line. So I'm just going to start clipping him off sprue and cleaning him up, because I'll be using all of the miniature. Where are his feet? Are they? His feet are separate, that's good. So his feet are attached to his legs, which is where they should be. Sometimes on miniatures, especially limited edition miniatures and stuff, you get parts of the feet attached to the base. And it can be a little bit annoying because you want to do different conversions or put them on a different base so it matches your army or something like that. But yeah, thankfully, his feet are on his legs where they should be. So I won't have to worry too much. Because what I'm thinking is I might magnetise him to the thing I'm going to have him stood on. Again, don't want to give too much away at this stage in the game. I might have him magnetised to the thing he's going to be stood on, but then I can just magnetise him to a base separately as well. Whether I incorporate this scenic base into his feet, I don't know, which kind of defeats the purpose of what I was saying then. I like his sack. Knobs and sacks in one stream. Wow. Wow. Ooh, look at that. Oof. Is anybody, or has anybody rather, worked on the Red Gobbo in the past? And how did you find it as a miniature? How much did you convert it? Did you take off the Christmas star twig that he's holding in his left hand? This piece. Oh, yes. Did you take that off or did you leave that on? Wow, he's got a hole right in his eye there. Is it in his eye? Let's see if we can get that to focus again and then... No, it's not focused. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, it's not a hole. It's just a reflection of light, isn't it? What a numpty. I was going to put some music on, but then I didn't. Music, royalty-free music from Spotify, because I know people do that on Twitch. So I was going to try that and see what happened. But I've not created a free Spotify account in time. Well, not a free Spotify account. I've not created a 3-month subscription to Spotify account in time, where you cancel it at the end of the 3 months and then you sign up with another email address for 3 months. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so at the minute, I don't know if it's still going on actually, but from Black Friday onwards, may still be going on, may have ended yesterday. There was a 3-month probationary period, not probationary period, trial period for Spotify you could sign up for. So if you like your music, then it might be worth doing for you. However, yeah, I've not signed up to it yet. My sister said she's giving it a trial run, seeing how it's going, and she's created loads of playlists that don't repeat and stuff like that, which is always nice. So she's not heard the same song twice. She's working from home at the minute, so she's got a fair bit of time to be listening to music. I could, of course, listen to it in my truck if I wanted to, but I tend to listen to the radio. So here's Red Gobbo's head. Oh, look at that beautiful little piece there. Oh, yes, that is right. Jazzy is that piece. I should really put it that way up so you can sort of see it in the correct orientation. His head's nearly as big as my head. Oh, it's bigger. Right, it's just closer. Ooh. I was expecting... Oh, here we go. We've got a notification on our phone. We are... Yeah, let's make it. Orky is now streaming live on Twitch. So, after I finish this one, I think I'm only going to go for an hour again tonight, guys. I do apologise if you expected me to go longer, but I think I'm only going to go for an hour. We'll see how I go. But the reason I'm clipping this off the sprue and cleaning it up and stuff is because I think part of my issue when I get a bit of hobby burnout is that I've just finished something. So I think because I've just finished... oh, I should show you that as well. If you've not already seen it on my Instagram, or if you've not got an Instagram, maybe I'll show you that in a second. Because I've just finished Macari. I'll clip the rest of this off the sprue, then I'll pop on over to my Instagram and you can see it. Because I've just finished Macari, I think I've got just like a tiny, tiny little feeling of like burnout. And I'm wondering if it's whenever I finish something I get more burnout. Because if it is, that's no good, is it? Most people, whenever they finish something, they're excited to paint another unit. They're like, yes, and they've got a big buzz, and then they start painting another unit. And when they realise, oh yeah, it took them like 40 days to paint the last unit, and this one's going to take 40 days, then they get the burnout. But what I think might happen with me is, when I finish something, I get a little bit of burnout. Some people don't suffer from burnout, and some people just say, when you ask them how they cope with burnout, they just say, oh, I just power through. It's like, what? That's madness in my mind. I don't know what all these bits are, by the way, so they're just getting clipped off and chucked on the desk. They're all clearly individual pieces, though. What I mean is they're distinct from each other, so it's no major issue. I can easily tell what they are. Yes, so... what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. Boom, there's all my pieces clipped off sprue. No more bits on sprue, let's just double check. Oh no, looks pretty clean to me, sunshine. Scratch my ear, have a drink. What's going on in this chat? Second edition Space Hulk arrived today for rivets. Got the set now. Excellent stuff. I've got oh no. When did that happen? Just went to scratch my head and I've got a hangnail. Let's clip that with the sprue clippers. Which are basically the same as nail clippers. So that's absolutely fine, guys. Morning, Croc, mate. Who's Croc? Oh, Brack. Brack, that was meant to say, I'm guessing. Morning, Brack, mate. How you doing? I'm guessing you're just getting up as G's going to bed. Seeing as though you're saying morning. Big Skull Dan Mech and Big Head Gobo. Haha. Gobo is hell bigger than Makari. Yeah, well. Oh, I've put him in the little cabinet up there. I was going to compare them size-wise. I think, let me have a look. I want to just get a quick little indication here. When we start to put him together, I think the main thing that makes him bigger. No, I don't think he's that much bigger, really, body-wise. Oh, no, wait a minute. Because you've got to put the front of his jacket on as well. Oh, I don't know how a jacket works. Put the front of his jacket on. Wow, that's hard. Hard work. You're hard. And then you put that on. Sort of hold that in place there. Yeah, I think he's a fair bit bigger, isn't he? There he is. I don't want to drop him in my tea, actually, so I better just pull back. There he is. He's upside down for you, but you get the gist. I do need to work out how to flip my camera. I could do it, and I've done it in the Logitech Suite or something like that it's called. Let me get rid of this, and then I'll be able to tell you what it's called. Come on. I've just seen my viewers drop. You're all nipping over to Let's Make It Okay, aren't you, you gits? Logitech Capture. So you can do it in the Logitech Capture app, but it doesn't do it for other apps, and other programs like Streamlabs. So I'm going to have to, because I could do it with a webcam controller app that I had previously, but when I downloaded the Logitech Capture app, oh no, I couldn't do it in the web. Could I do it or couldn't I do it? No, I don't think I managed to do it in the Logitech. I didn't see a control for it anyway in the Logitech controller app or whatever it was called. But when I downloaded this Capture app, it told me to delete the old app. So I deleted the old app. Makari is tiny. Better build some Mega Knobs to stomp some sneakers. I'm painting up old school commandos. Excellent stuff. That's Clint. I remember that video, Scott. It was good. I painted up mine for Christmas for my little girl to say he's watching her. So she has to be a good git, or he is taking her present. I'm guessing. Unless present tackling is something the Red Gobbo likes to get up to. I don't know. Oh, I've got to finish this tea because it's gone cold now. Right. I think I remember watching that video last year. Did you put it in a bauble by any chance, or did you just paint it up? Because I seem to remember someone putting one in a bauble. He's a zugging cheeky git, says G. Boom, done. Right, so I've finished my tea. Now, what I'll try and do is get this queued up for you, so you can see my Makari if you've not already seen it. And then I was going to say, we'll have a sneaky little look at Let's Make It Okay on Twitch. However, we won't do, because I think on YouTube, if you stream a Twitch stream onto YouTube, I feel like it gets shut down, but I'm not entirely sure. Right, what am I looking for here? Oh, it's not there. Right, let's go. Big Beck Dance School Instagram. Big Mac Dan Skull. Big Mac. Dan Skull. He's the biggest Mac of all. The Big Mac. Dan Skull. Oh, look at that mighty, mighty fine thing. You can't see it yet, I know. So, let's get this switched over here. I'm looking round my webcam, by the way, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Display capture and desk cam. Let's get them two switched round. Boom! There we go. So that is my Macari. I'm really quite pleased with him. It's mainly contrast paint. So I'll talk you through briefly a few things that I've done since the last picture that you'd seen on Instagram. New theme song, possibly. But yeah, so I'm on the wrong thing here, and I need to be over here so I can show you. I was waving my cursor around on Streamlabs, and it wasn't really showing you anything because you couldn't see my cursor when it was hovering above Streamlabs. So skin-wise, I used my new favoured method of doing orc skin, definitely orc character skin, and it's very light orc skin. But I did Plague Bearer flesh, and then in the recesses I've dropped some, what do you call it? What do you call it? Militarum green in the recesses. But also, before I put the Plague Bearer flesh down on key areas, so around the areas I want to pick out with a bit more warmth, like a bit more blood flow going to them, like on a goblin it's going to be the big nose, isn't it, and like exposed areas like the lips, which kind of like join to your insides, and then ears and stuff like that. So those key areas, I put down a layer of Dark Oath flesh first to give it like, so it's like a Caucasian skin tone, that, or not quite Caucasian, it's like darker skin, but you know. So I put that down first, and then I put the Plague Bearer flesh over it, and it gives it that sort of warm look to the face and like the knuckles and stuff like that. Anyway, most of it's contrast, like I said. Oh, you can see in the background there's Let's Make It Orky in the background. I was watching her as I was finishing him. Yeah, so the contrast paints up here, this bit that looks like rusted metal, that's all contrast paint. I think I told you on last week's stream, actually, or the week before. I think on the tip of it was Griffhound orange. In the middle bit, it was Gorgrunter fur, and on the very base where it joins to the skull, it was Wildwood. And I just stippled that over white, so it gives you this sort of like it's revealing something shiny at the bottom kind of thing. The bit behind the skull here is bolt gun metal, or no, lead belch. Bolt gun metal. No, I don't know. It's the old metal paint from GW. I've nearly run out of all that now. And same goes for his spike on his helmet and this bit here. And they've been treated differently after that. So I put Black Templar over this bit to make it look aged, the bit behind the skull. This bit I put a bit of Null Noil on to just make it look a bit darker. And this bit I think I put a bit of Null Noil on, or a bit of Black Templar on the bottom as well, to just try and make it look a bit different. These bits are these three little dangly squares at the bottom. They're areas I'm almost tempted to say I'm proud of, because they're a bit messy, but it's a bit of a freehand. First time I've tried freehand. Not really the first time I've tried freehand, but the first time I've tried freehand and felt like I've had a little bit of success with it, probably. So the bit in the middle on the red bit, that's supposed to be a fist, like an orc fist, like he's a leader kind of thing. This is like a shooter, so it's not perfect, but it's all right. And this is just some dags on this side, and there's dags on the little ribbons coming off the banner as well. And I'm pretty pleased with it, like I said. So there we go. That's about everything I've got to say about that. Simple basing. I like simple basing, really. Nothing too exciting about that. I might put a grass tuft on it or something in the future, or some kind of broken glass or something like that, you know, just to spice it up a little bit, but not make it look too special. Because at the end of the day, even though he's Macari, he's only a grot, isn't he? So there we go. That's my Macari. So back to the desk down bit. I'll leave him on screen while I just go through the chat a little bit. Where are we up to on the chat? Modelling for Advantage joined us in the chat. Welcome, the Kaiser. Welcome. That seems weird saying welcome, the Kaiser, instead of welcome, Kaiser. Essex Boys, comment. Haha. Where's Essex boys? Shh. Oh, wait a minute. He's put a comment on the video. Or what? Is there any comment there? Oh, it's not showing any comment there. What I might do is refresh that and see if he's put a comment on my video. Oh, I forgot I was doing a screen share still. You get a bit of streamception. So come back to there and we'll go to the desk down thing again, and then I'll have a quick look, because if it's something too cheeky I might not want it to be on. Let's have a look. Loading. No comments, no. So it's not a comment on there. It must be something in the chat, I imagine. Not to worry. I did mean to do pop-out chat, but I always forget to do it. Oh, there's a naked man there. Oh, it's playing an advert. I don't want it to play an advert. Pop-out chat. Here we go. Let's get this up. So I do like to have pop-out chat. Dave Dog joining us. Welcome. Just to anyone new joining us, I said earlier that I might not go very long tonight. Oh, that's weird. When you pop out the chat, it hides the emojis. I've never noticed that before. Yes, anyway, right. So I'll get back to doing a bit of a mould line removal. Nothing too exciting. Everyone just greeting each other in chat. Yeah, so I can't find out what that Essex Boys thing is about, because I can't find anything, any previous comments from him that I would perceive as particularly amusing. I'm not saying you're not funny, by the way, but what I mean is I literally can't see anything. I can't see much from you, other than the last comment I saw was what you're working on, the commandos. It looks great. Love the glyphs. Thanks very much. JL Blaze Narrow in the chat. Welcome, mate. I'm good, thanks, bud. Just working on the Red Gobbo tonight. Getting him getting him prepped, I guess. Yeah, I really need to... oh, it's really irritating. What's really irritating is I had the perfect app to adjust the focus on the webcams and stuff. But then I deleted it and downloaded one where you can do more stuff on it, but I can't actually control the webcam, the focus on the webcam, when it's being used by another program like Streamlabs. So I'm going to have a play around and see if I can re-download that old thing, the old one, which you could control the focus on it. Let me see if I can get this here, see if that gives us any more focus. If we just hold it at a set distance. No, it's not really. I'll tell you what, move that off there, and then it might focus on something else. No, it's not really focusing, is it? Yeah, so I'll need to sort that out ahead of the next stream. Oh, his Instagram comment on Macari, right, okay. There we go. Yeah, I remember that one now. I was trying to work out what you were talking about, and you said Clint's comment. It's weird reading the chat sometimes because I'm trying to trace back through the chat. Warboss is later. Heard now. Okay. Yeah, normally they do go live around 9 o'clock, I think, don't they? So yeah, I've not heard anything myself. And normally they set it as a premiere, like G said. So I'm not too sure if any of them are in the watching the stream. Just comment if there's going to be a video later. Normally it's the first of every month when the Warboss's video's out, but there may have been a delay or something. I'm not even scraping that, I'm just tapping it like Just randomly tapping it like to make it look like I'm doing something on stream. There's not too many mould lines on his head really, although I've just spotted one there. It's good, even if you can't see a mould line right away, to just keep turning the mini to different angles and stuff. So you can get a, just catch it like in the, when the light glints off it kind of thing. Ah, there is one there actually as well, I think. Oh my giddy ants. Nearly finished my Frostgrave Greenskin Force. 3 models left. Excellent stuff, Kaiser. Have you shared any of that on the channel? I don't recall seeing any of it, to be honest. Maybe it's because if you've done Frostgrave videos, maybe I've not watched them. If they're titled Frostgrave, but if you title them Orcs in Frostgrave, then I might be more drawn to them. Frostgrave's interesting though. I'm not against Frostgrave, I don't want you to think that, because it seems like a cool little rule set. I know, I think Craig from Kiblams was telling me about it when a few years ago I went down to his to have a few games of 40k in the past. I've got my mic in a different position today, so I'm hoping it still sounds perfect. All right, lads, 3:45, time for bed for me, Earthox. No worries, mate. Have a good night's sleep, or however many hours you might end up getting at this time. Catch you all later. They are running late. Will be dropped today, according to the Hobby Get yesterday. So hopefully we will get it, but it might be you have to stay up late for this one if you want to watch it, or they might just end up premiering it on the 2nd if they want to continue their streak of premieres. With something like that, I kind of enjoy the premiere, but I kind of almost don't as well, because I just kind of want to crack on with painting a miniature when there's like an hour and a half, anything longer than an hour, let's say. Well, probably anything longer than 20 minutes. That kind of video, I kind of just want to leave running while I'm working on something. But when there's a premiere, I'm always looking at the chat as well. It's like watching someone's live streams after they've been done live. I know people watch my live streams when they've not caught them live, and I watch loads of people's live streams when I've not caught them live, because I like a long video, so I'm not having to load another video and stuff like that, because I don't always work at my computer, and on certain things on YouTube you can't queue up a load of videos. But yeah, it's some fellow called Brack will be doing a live in about 2 hours. Excellent stuff. Well, I'll be finished by then, so check out Brack in around 2 hours time. I might even be in bed by then, so I might watch you in bed, unless I don't know if I can watch you actually, because I was going to go and watch Let's Make It Okay on Twitch once I was finished. I'm not getting a lot of work done, so I might finish in the next 10 minutes. I was planning originally to just run for an hour again this week. I do prefer myself a longer video, so I probably wouldn't watch this video back if I saw it was only an hour long. No, I do watch hour-long videos, but it's weird how over the years, I think it's because I've become less worried about playing the games. But I don't watch battle reports anymore, or hardly watch battle reports. Now and again, I'll watch. Like at the start when 9th edition launched, I kind of started watching a few battle reports. But how your viewing habits on YouTube change, and that's my point. It's weird how. Well, it's not weird, I suppose. It's just natural. But yeah, the only battle reports I tend to watch now are Modelling for Advantage and anyone else. I watch the occasional mini wargaming one, but just when I want to put on a long video, and I don't pay an awful lot of attention to it. Oh, that's a curved one. I don't want that. Yeah, but the main... What an idiot. So I put down like a relatively flat but curved file, and because I don't want a curved one. And what's the next one I pick up? It's a circular one. Is that curved? Oh, it's got a flat side. That one, I'll have that. That'll do. Yeah, so how your viewing habits change. I guess it depends what you're looking for. Because when I was first getting back into the hobby, I was watching a lot of battle reports because I was trying to get a lot of games in.
I was trying to get games in whenever I could, and I wanted to increase my understanding of the rules. And at the time, Blue Table Painting used to do a fair few battle reports, and the lads there, I felt like Thomas and Rich and that. I felt they were. I love bat reps when I knew the rules, says Rivets. Well, I like bat reps that teach you the rules, because I felt Thomas and Rich and that at Blue Table Painting, they sort of talked you through rules from time to time, and so rules that could be perceived in a number of ways. They taught you through like how they perceived them and why they perceived them like that. So, you know, when there was rules as written and rules as interpreted arguments and stuff, they talked you through why it should be perceived as written or a different way from how it's written. And also they took you through the strategic advantages of, say, charging a certain way and stuff like that, because in older editions you moved your models in a certain way when you were charging, and you could gain advantage by doing it one way rather than another, that kind of thing. And you still can, I think, but maybe to a lesser degree now, with various rules to do with coherency in combat and stuff. But yes, so I used to like watching battle reports that I found informative. But now, because I've not played since the start of 8th edition, I played 3 games at the very start of 8th edition, and I've not played since then. So it's like watching bat reps is almost like a waste of time for me, because I don't need to know the rules at the minute because I'm not playing at the minute. It's as simple as that. I do want to get playing again, but yeah, it's they just don't appeal as much to me. So I watch bat reps now more for the people taking part in the bat reps than for the actual bat reps, because like if the people have got a good rapport with each other and stuff, and they're taking the mick out of each other when someone makes a mistake, someone forgets to employ a certain rule or something like that, or someone like Spud, for example, when he had a bat rep against Josh from the Pickle Jar, when he forgot to put like 30 power level worth of units on the board, something ridiculous like that. So he was playing an understrength force, despite the fact that he brought it with him. He just left it in his carry case. And yeah, so yeah, I like bat reps where it's a bit more casual and stuff. Not necessarily a bit more casual. Like, you can take it seriously by all means, but don't take yourself too seriously, I'd say. So yeah, that's why I like certain battle reports now, but I don't watch as many. Like Mini Wargaming, they used to say about Dave used to have banter bat reps, and I feel like now, I don't know, I feel like maybe when you've seen one of them, you've seen them all, kind of thing, something along those lines. So I don't know. I'm not as drawn to mini Wargaming battle reports anymore, not as much as I used to be anyway. But I can get enjoyment out of them now and again. And like I said, I tried to watch some of the narrative ones. Like I tried to watch the Incredibles, the Invincibles bat reps, but then because they put one part of the story on YouTube and one part in the vault, I've not got the vault anymore, so I don't, I can't get that invested in it because I'm only seeing half the story. That's part of the issue, I think, with mini wargaming for me. Anyway, let's get back to the chat and see what's going on. I'll stick around till you're done, says G. It looks like you'll be here for another 6 minutes then you can get some sleep. Either that or you'll get woken up in 2 hours when you get an alert going off on your phone to say Brack's gone live. Too late for me, Croc. Up at 5:30, we'll watch tomorrow, bro. Rivets, man. What's up with you? Just stay up late and get up early and, just burn the candle at both ends. My alarm goes off at... But I stay in bed, that's the difference between me and you at the minute, because I'm not out on the road at the minute, so it's not vital for me to be wide awake when I'm in work tomorrow. But yeah, my alarm goes off at, I think, 20 to 6.
So yeah, so what time's Brack going live then? Brack will be live at about 9 then, won't he? 9 UK time. Oh no, 2 hours. It'll be going live at around 10 UK time, so we will actually be in bed by then, yeah. I think Let's Make It Orky will be finished streaming by then. So I might stick you on as I'm falling asleep. So make sure you make it boring, Brack, because I can't have you keeping me awake all night if it gets too exciting. So yeah, when you do stream, just be really boring and then I'll just drift off nicely to sleep. What is that? Big chunk of plastic here that I've not clipped off. Mine are the best back reps of, says modelling for advantage. Well, yeah, that's what I was getting at, basically. Yeah, yours are, I think, in part as well. I watch your battle reports for the games that I don't play that you do. Not all of them, but like your tanks battle reports sometimes. I've watched bolt action ones when I've seen them on your channel in the past, and I've seen just recently. I think it was a Warcry one, and it was on the Sigmarite sort of temple terrain. I really like that terrain. And was it James Workshop you were on with that week? And he said whoever it was you were on with said that they dry brushed using washers, and I was like, what is going on? You can't dry brush using washers. Yeah, so madness. But yeah, so I watch a lot of the back reps for the games that I don't play on your channel because that I find them informative, and I find that I get I feel like by the end of it, a lot of the time, I feel like I've had like a little lesson in the game. Whereas on other channels, sometimes they don't talk you through stuff as much. Not that you spend a lot of time talking people through stuff, but I feel like the pace you play out or something like that, it makes what you're doing simple to understand, I think. And though I wouldn't want to get into many or any other game systems, I do like to sort of almost like keep my ear to the ground with stuff to see if something I could find something interesting enough to tempt me into it. A lot of the time with me though, it's the miniatures that sort of excuse me. Oh. It's the miniatures that do it for me rather than the rules, because I spend most of my time, like a lot of hobbyists, I spend most of my time building and painting rather than actually playing. And I'll never spend more time playing than I will building and painting, because I've got far too much unpainted plastic as it is, and I don't actively seek opponents to play. So the only person I play 40k against or kill team lives in Derby, so I just nip down. I can't at the minute, obviously, but my friend David, I nip down to see him whenever I can. I say whenever I can, not really whenever I can, but once every few months normally or something like that, and then we have a game or two, and then I might have a game with his lad and that. But yeah, there we go. That's my sad story. I like to watch long vids while doing hobby, and short ones first thing in the morning while having my first cuppa. My first cup of 3. Yeah, I'm pretty similar, to be fair, Brack. I stick YouTube vids on while I'm making my lunch and my breakfast in the morning, until BBC Breakfast comes on, and I stick BBC Breakfast on. It's weird how you get stuck into a certain routine. Like for years, I watched The One Show, but I don't watch it anymore because Matt Baker's left it now, and he was like kind of holding it all together for me. But yeah, for years I watched One Show, and like for years I watched Hollyoaks, and it just becomes part of your daily routine, and you get into a habit of doing it. So what I typically do, although I've taken recently in the mornings, I've taken to watching BBC News 24 before BBC Breakfast comes on, so I've not been watching YouTube videos in the mornings as much, but I have fallen behind a bit on some of my YouTube feed again. I've fallen behind a bit on my feed again, so I'll probably start watching YouTube vids again pretty soon, for like the first 15 minutes I'm awake, and then I'll stick it on. breakfast because I like to be a little bit. I like to feel a little bit informed, but not assaulted by the news in the morning. If you get me. So BBC Breakfast, it's like a magazine show kind of thing, where they cover a range of topics, but it's news headlines and they delve into it a little bit in the morning. But it's not like straight down your throat news. Have some news, funnel, gallon of news down your throat. Nothing like that. Now, after that image is in your head, I'll go back to the chat. I can do boring. It's a speciality of mine, says Brack. Fantastic stuff. I'll definitely watch it. It'd be like when I used to watch baseball on Channel 5 late at night when I couldn't sleep. I didn't know if I was filing off something that was supposed to be on there. I wasn't. It's okay. I'll put it on, but I can't promise I'll be there till the end. I've bullied Gar into watching some of your stream, Brack. There we go. I can't wait to start my Crusade series on my channel. Excellent stuff, mate. Excellent stuff, says Clint. Essex Boys. I can't wait for you to start it either. You're another channel whose back reps I watch, actually. I think with yours, I like them because they're quite punchy and short. I feel like they are. Like, I know your Kill Team ones obviously are. I think they were about 14 minutes long they ran. But yeah, I can't remember how long you're, because I know you've done some 40k ones, but lower point levels and stuff. I can't remember how long they were. That's true. I would love to play, but still have loads of work to work on and build and paint wise. Clint, are you going to do Blood Bowl back reps? Yes. Oh, excellent stuff. The new Blood Bowl almost tempted me in, but I've resisted, thankfully. Yes. So there we go. I'm just about to start making the stadium and pitch. Oh yeah, your stadium is going to be amazing, isn't it? I imagine, because your Mel's workshop and the Orky Town terrain you've built is absolutely fantastic. So I imagine you've got some fancy tricks up your sleeve. Philip Freeman joining us in the chat. Welcome, mate. Just going to go back through the chat a little bit. I like this bloke called Big Mac Danskell when he did Conquest with Orcs. Well, hopefully. When I eventually get tempted to delve into 9th edition, hopefully I'll do something similar. Because I should be able to... itchy eye now. I should be able to start building up an Orc force bit by bit, because I've got a Squiggoth here, effectively. Squiggoth that I need to finish. I've got this mystery unit that I'll be turning the Red Gobbo into, hopefully. And then I've got a couple of buggies and stuff. So I've got like a little Orky force taking shape. Yeah, so fingers crossed I'll be able to put something together in the not too distant future. It'll be at some point next year, obviously. It's not going to be this year, is it? Although I might have I've got a bit of time off over Christmas, so maybe I could put a trial video or two together over Christmas if I've got enough miniatures. Yeah, because I'm going to have a lot of time off, so I can finally delve into those 9th edition rules changes and stuff, can't I? Oh, by the way, if you've not already seen it, on the Warhammer community site, there is an article about it implies it's about Death Guard, but it's not too much about Death Guard. But the interesting thing is, if you live near a Games Workshop and it's open this Saturday, pop in, because you can get a free Death Guard miniature. Some stores, to entice people into the stores, GW have decided to start doing things to entice people in. One of the things is, at the start of every month, the store's going to have a certain amount of free miniatures to give away. They might be running painting competitions around that miniature. So last month, right before England went into lockdown, so nobody in England got one, basically. I don't think they did anyway. But last month it was a Daughters of Cain miniature. This month it's a Death Guard miniature. So if you're into Death Guard, or if you've ever fancied painting up a Plague Marine, pop in and see if they've got any left. If you've got time to do that on Saturday morning, I'll be trying to remember. I could just set a reminder on my phone. Should I? Hey Google. It. Yes, it didn't activate. No, I'm not going to hey Google it. Oh, he didn't even activate then. It mustn't have listened to me. Must have been because I turned away when I said it. Stop listening to me now. Oh, I know why it is, probably. It's probably because I've got Do Not Disturb on. Hey, Google. Yeah, activated then.
Here's a result from search.
Hey, Google. Thank you.
Happy to help.
She's so polite. Turn the screen off. That's the only reason I said thank you. It's not because I was being nice to you. Oh my gosh, it's 8:05. I did say I was going to go till 8. I'll try and scrape a few more mould lines off. I'll try and get this part of the miniature done with the thingy in as I go through the chat. People saying hello to Philip. Can't wait to play Clint next spring. Excellent stuff. Blood Bowl in a proper stadium. Yeah. Is it going to be Orcs on Orcs? Or is it going to be something different? Was really good, Dan says. Gee, I'm guessing that was about the Conquest bat reps I was doing, and the ones I mixed. I did a few of the scenarios, but with Orcs instead of Death Guard. So yeah, I could revisit that at some point in the not too distant future, because I've got some more Space Marine miniatures to get painted up. I've still got a lot to paint up from Conquest, but then I've got the ones from the Indomitus box and stuff as well, so I can factor them in somehow to keep it fresh. Oh, that's a chunky bit of plastic on the bottom. Not on his bottom, on his underarm. Try and clip a bit more of that off. These aren't the sharpest clippers, that's the problem. They're a bit old now. A bit old and battered because I clip thingy with them as well, like paper clips. What team you doing, Clint? Defo, best terrain and scenery on YouTube. Snotlings for Clint, excellent stuff. I may or may not have a box of Snotlings here myself, actually. And when I say may or may not have, I mean I do have a box of Snotlings here myself. I won't be using them for Blood Bowl though. I may be using this in relation to this. Maybe. There's a little hint for you as to what I might be doing with my Red Gobbo miniature. But now, don't get too excited about that, because if I decide I'm not going to be able to get it finished by Christmas, then I'll ditch that. But like I said, what I'll probably do is put a magnet in his foot, magnetize him to his own base, and then try and get started on that, so it becomes like a little bit of a diorama / another 40k unit. But I'm not going to reveal too much. You can wait till my next update for that. A Santa sleigh is my best guess, says G. That may or may not be a good guess. I'll let you decide. Right, I think that is about done. So I'm just going to whiz through the chat quickly, and then I'll call the stream done. But yes, let's scroll back through there. It's very exciting. Right, Snotlings for me, says Essex Boys. Defo best terrain and scenery on YouTube. I've always liked Orcs in Blood Bowl. They're not the best, but not the worst, or nit the worst. Anybody picked up any pre-orders this weekend? I myself didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure if anyone else in the chat is. Hopefully they'll say they have done. I used to like Dan's Death Guard fist bat reps. Yeah, they were the Conquest ones. So I'm hoping to bring both the Conquest bat. Well, I'm hoping to bring the Conquest bat reps back in some form or another. So basically using the scenarios from the magazine and adapting them for 9th edition somehow. The reason I stopped them is just because I felt like with 9th edition coming out, the rules weren't going to be up to date, so I kind of thought people won't watch them. I knew some people would, but because I watch old bat reps sometimes without even thinking about it. But most people, or a lot of people, want up to date rules. If you're just learning the game, 8th and 9th edition aren't dissimilar.
They've got a lot of more similarities than dissimilarities. Is that the right wording? Anyway, so but because the rules weren't 9th edition rules, there might be a few things that I was doing on the channel that weren't actually appropriate for 9th edition. So that's the reason I stopped them. But I'm hoping to bring them back at some point in the future, in some form or another. But thanks, I appreciate that you like them. It's really cool of you to say. Now I'm saving my pennies. I do have Blood Bowl coming this week. Excellent stuff. When mine gets here, I'll do the Orcs and probably buy another team, says Gar. Conquest back reps were great. Thank you very much. Skynet much? Skynet? I don't know what's going on with Skynet. Hopefully nothing's taking over my stream. Especially nothing in relation to Skynet, because that could be bad times for me. Orcs versus Snotlings in the spring. Sounds great, bro. Keep going, Dan, says Rivets. Keep going on the stream, you mean? No, I'm not going to keep going on the stream. I'm going to call it to an end. Because I did say I'd pop on over to Let's Make It Orky on Twitch and check. Well, I think I said I'd pop in on her. Oh, what? See if she. Oh no, a remotes probably won't have been approved yet. What? See if she had a new emotes yet. I've got AOS, 40k, and Blood Bowl. Just no one versus, really. No one to play with. Yeah, same. Well, not quite the same situation for me, but cracking out the rum now. It's not really rum, it's water. I make that joke every week, I think, don't I? One thing I like about drinking from a rum bottle is I feel really piratey sometimes, especially now I've started watching Black Sails. So there we go. Yeah, similar situation for me, G, in that I don't, but it's because I don't seek out opponents. I could just go down to one of my local GWs. I've got a few, within driving distance of me. And I could go down to one of them. I've got Element Games in the Northwest Gaming Centre nearby. I obviously couldn't do it at the minute because we're in lockdown in the UK. Coming out of it tomorrow, I think, actually. But Manchester, the Great Manchester area is in Tier 3. Which means a lot of things, you can't do normal things, a lot of them. It's almost like we're in lockdown still. Excuse me, sorry about that. So I could go down to one of my local gaming clubs or something and get a game, but I don't like putting myself out there. I think that's part of the issue for me. I don't get many games in, but I'm hoping when lockdown's completely over, when vaccines are available and stuff like that, I'm hoping it becomes more of a thing that I travel to play people in various areas, like, let's say, Modelling for Advantage. I'd love to get a game in against Kaiser sometime, so I'm hoping we can do that in the new year at some point when we're allowed to socialise again on a more free basis. Free base. I don't want to be saying that on a YouTube live stream. Yeah, so looking at springtime, similar to Clinton Gar by the looks of it, with their Blood Bowl match. Would be great to have decent people to play with. I'm saying nothing. I've got G saying is what he's got and no one to play against. Come on, Dan. More Fist versus Death Guard back reps, please. There might be in the future. What I might do is play through the scenarios, but not do it in the. I don't know. Because what I was going to do, because some people like the way I put the Orcs in there, but what I might do is just draw random teams every week and play through them like that. We'll have to wait and see. And then we're up to the bit where G says Santa Slayer is my best guess. Like I said, it might be a good guess. A bit of a Meganobs versus Aliens in Desperate Battle. Yeah, that'd be cool. Snots versus... Oh, you mean on thingy? Space Hulk. Yeah, it'd be really cool, that. Snots versus Elves. I was going to read that as Elvis then. Snotlings versus Elves and Squigs as Reindeer. Love Dan's first day of Christmas song on the last vid. Yeah, when I premiered my video on Sunday, in the chat beforehand, I was typing in first day of Christmas, or the 12 days of Christmas song. Obviously, orcs can't really count above 5, so we only got up to lots. So I did 5 and then I did lots. But the first day of Christmas, the mech boy gave to me a squig mine next to a tree. And on the second day of Christmas, the mech boy gave to me 2 stick bombs and a squig mine next to a tree. On the third day of Christmas, the mech boy gave to me 3 mega knobs, 2 stick bombs and a squig mine next to a tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, the mech boy gave to me... Can't remember what he gave to me on the fourth day, unfortunately. But yeah, that was more or less how it went. It was very exciting. Google equals Skynet. Okay, so it was when I was saying, hey Google and that. What have I done? It's okay, she's not talking. Right. Do as your Crimbo song down. So I've just done a bit of it there for you. I can't remember the whole thing, unfortunately. From term. Oh yeah, no, I got the Skynet reference. I just I didn't understand why you were saying it. Ordered Blood Angels box, getting one of the other guys to unbox it, so I don't have to dirty my hands with that filth. Well, I'd say there's something to be said about Blood Angels. The noble sons of Sanguinius are, they're good-looking lads. Yeah, they're not like as stinky as a certain other Space Marine faction I can think of. I ordered 2 gladiators for my Crimson Fist, says Philip Freeman. Excellent stuff. Are you going to build them as the same variant? I don't want to engage in a conversation, actually. You can answer that if you want, but I'm trying to get to the bottom of the chat so I can end the stream. Nobody type any more messages, or I'll get you. Don't take the vax if you can avoid it. Side effects worse than virus. I've got no one to play against, says Death Skull Mutants. None of us have at the minute. But yeah, I've only got like one person that I play on a not even a semi-regular basis, but occasionally play games against. Some people are like that, aren't they? They're coming to get you. Grrr, says the Bard. And the Bard joins us, as he has done pretty frequently recently, right as I'm about to end the stream. So, wow, says G the Hypersapien. Lol, sorry, I'm going to magnetise the different weapons. Excellent stuff. It's future-proofing your options there with the tank. Hey up, Bard, says Rivets. And on that note, I'm going to call it a night, guys. It's been fun. I've got very little done, but hey, you just come for the chat anyway, don't you? Thanks very much for watching, guys. This shirt, once again, was sponsored by. I really should have just a face cam, just at my face. Tell you what, let's see if we can do this without ruining my. Oh, I know what I can do. Here we go. Let's have me and a little me. Where are we now? Display capture, desk cam, webcam. That one. No. So we want desk cam. Want to change that to the other camera. So go to properties, and then we go to the other camera. I could just tilt it up, couldn't I, instead of doing this? Could just do that. Way! So look at this shirt. Oh, look at that shirt in the middle. Look at that loveliness. Oh, but this shirt, yeah, in all its glory there. Sponsored by. Whoa! My face. Sponsored by Rivets and Daka. He donated in the super chat about 2 weeks ago now, and look at that, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous little orangey sort of Club Cubana shirt. It's all polyester, high quality polyester. Right, and on that note, thanks very much for watching, guys. This is really weird, so I'm going to stop this. Turn that back down to the desk.
Anyway, guys, thanks very much for watching. If you'd like to help support the channel, there's a number of ways you can do it. On a future live stream, you can donate via Super Chat. You can donate whatever amount you want, I believe. There may be a limit on it, though. I'm not too sure. You can also follow the link in the description below to my Patreon, where you can pledge at 3 levels. There's a $1 level, $5 level, and a $12 level. 2 $12 pledges gets you sponsorship of a shirt, and I get myself a new shirt for a future live stream. That about wraps up. Oh, you can also find links to my socials in the description below as well, my Instagram and Facebook. So, like that Macari I showed you earlier, you can be first to be updated on my Instagram on some of the latest projects I've finished. I'll leave it there for now, guys. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield.